Welcome back. A young woman is in hospital after attempting suicide, police say. The 24-year-old female resident of Pinewood Gardens was at her home when she reportedly ingested a quantity of prescription medication in an attempt to take her life shortly after 1 p.m. Emergency medical services was called to the scene and transported the victim to hospital, where she is listed in stable condition. Police are investigating. Once a very rare occurrence in the Bahamas, suicide numbers have seen a rise in recent years. There was a 38% increase in suicide in 2020, with 11 compared to just 8 in 2019, according to statistics by the Royal Bahamas Police Force. In 2021, the number of suicides fell to 7. The government recently passed the Mental Health Bill 2022, which makes provisions for the protection and enforcement of rights of people diagnosed or exhibiting symptoms of mental illness. Police are also investigating the death of a 29-year-old American male, a resident of Carbondale, Illinois, who was found unresponsive near the pool deck of a cruise ship. Preliminary reports reveal that shortly after 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday, while on board the ship, the male passenger was discovered. He was examined and later pronounced dead by the ship's doctors. Investigations continue into this matter as well. This week, the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation closed out the last leg of its successful series of global sales and marketing missions in the North America area, and their last stop was in Atlanta. The mission to Atlanta sought to re-engage tourism partners and reconnect with film and production stakeholders to help boost visitor arrivals from that area and identify new opportunities to develop the Bahamian orange economy. Chester Cooper, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, led a delegation of senior tourism officials to Atlanta to participate in a number of meetings and events with leaders from across the tourism, investments, and film industry. The Bringing the Bahamas to You global mission were launched in Florida, in the Florida market. September 2022 is when they got started, continuing throughout the New York and New Jersey area, then over to the Carolinas and Texas, as well as Los Angeles, with stops in cities across Canada as well, including Calgary, Montreal, and Toronto, before ending in Atlanta, Georgia this week. Having completed the missions to major travel hubs throughout the United States and Canada, the delegation will now be heading to Latin America, Europe, and the United Arab Emirates to inspire travel to the Bahamas. On Wednesday, the International Labor Organization, the ILO, kicked off its annual program review workshop at the National Training Agency on Gladstone Road. Labor Minister Pia Glover-Roll, while speaking with reporters, asserts that this will help with her ministry's assessment of the country's workforce and how best to address challenges that may exist.
One major component that will come to Parliament in our new session will be the introduction of the National Apprenticeship Bill. And we're looking forward to that, a sustainable and strong program that will be implemented in our nation that speaks to ensuring that Bahamian workforces, we speak about the pillars of jobs and development skills, the social conversation and integration, and governance, those three coming together to form an apprenticeship program for the citizens of our nation to ensure that we continue to strengthen our Bahamian workforce.
Some may ask, what is decent work and what does it seek to do? The Labor Minister gives a breakdown.
So Decent Work Country program speaks to the ILO's overall agenda of ensuring that citizens in countries around the world are provided with decent work conditions, access to good employment, access to good conditions to work in, and of course access to proper benefits. So it speaks to the whole sustainable development goal in regard to human rights. Today is a biennial country review, which speaks to an analysis of where we actually are, reviewing the results, analyzing the challenges, and charting the way forward, making adjustments where it's needed so that we can officially launch. As was mentioned by the Deputy Director, there's been some delays due to fiscal reasons, but now that our government has placed budget in our 2023-24 budget, we're able to move forward with progressively taking the Decent Work Country program forward.
The ILO is a United Nations agency whose mandate is to advance social and economic justice by setting international labor standards. And finally, Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center, SBDC, celebrates its 5th year anniversary with a soiree at the Margaritaville Beach Resort last evening. Marking this momentous occasion was Executive Director Samantha Roll.
I feel hopeful. as well as very accomplished. I say I, but it's really the team at SPDC who has carried us from inception in 2018, which was humble beginnings, to gigantic strides now in 2023. And so what we look forward to is even setting the bar much higher. We have successfully been able to fund over 2,000 clients through our program. In addition to that, we have funded in the tune of $81.5 million to entrepreneurs in order for them to fulfill their dreams. And I think that's amazing.
The Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center is an initiative that advocates for and supports the evolution of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises in the Bahamas. After accomplishing so much since its establishment in 2018, Ms. Rose says she is looking forward to expanding the program's reach.
So how I look at it is our medium-term goals is around enhancing our digitization, not only for entrepreneurs, but also for SPDC, right? We must be the example and the pillar of those advancements in which we speak to our entrepreneurs about. That's one aspect. We certainly want to be able to expand the marketplace for entrepreneurs. While we want to make sure that they can take advantage of the domestic market, the local market, we also want them to explore the international market, the global market. And there are ways to do that without physically being there. And so there are a number of other initiatives we have that will be launched in 2024. We intend to expand even further our strategic collaborations, because that's how we make this happen.
The aim is to provide employment, diversify wealth, and drive the development of a robust and resilient economy. That'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.